The dawn of the internet prankster age was one of the worst calamities to befall the American public. That's right. Even worse than that one. Everyday citizens walk the streets, terrified of suddenly finding themselves at the business end of a cheap microphone held by a self-proclaimed influencer, and Natalie Reynolds is just one of many cloud-chasing goblins lurking in the shadows.
Could you take pictures of my quick?
As I was scrolling through Twitter in bed the other day, which, much like visiting your aging grandmother on hospice, gets sadder and sadder every time, I found a pretty disturbing video. Which, yeah, no duh, finding a disturbing video on Twitter is a lot like finding expired lettuce on your Subway sandwich, but I paused when I realized the video came from a verified TikTok account.
If you can name this actor, I'll buy whatever you want.
Lana Rhoades.
Lana Rhoades? Okay, I'll buy whatever you want. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, you saw that correctly. A grown adult approaches a minor, a child that is definitely not older than 13, even though I feel like I'm being generous with that because given my prehistoric age, you could probably convince me this little guy is still in diapers, and shows him a picture of an adult film star and asks if he recognizes her. Now, before we go any further, I would like the audience to participate in a little thought exercise with me, okay? Let's switch the genders real quick. If an adult man approached a little girl in her twinkle toes Skechers and shoved a picture of Johnny Sins in her face and asked her if she recognized him, not only would I imagine the video would be reported and taken down within a couple hours, but the father of that little girl would probably be out on bond right now. I'm sorry, I forgot that the value of a child's innocence is dependent on their gender, so silly me, never mind, let's move on.
How do you know who that actor is? Do you watch her a lot?
Yes.
Okay. He said yes very confidently. You want shoes? Oh, you knew right away. You want those?
Yes.
Let's get them. Can you hit the dab? Thank you. Here's your shoes. Let's go!
So the rest of the video is an adult woman giggling and following a child around a store to reward him with a pair of shoes for having seen explicit adult material while his frontal lobe is barely developed enough to organize his Legos by color. The kid seems genuinely uncomfortable and uninterested the whole video. He just wants to get his shoes and get out, and I went ahead and censored his face because I don't want to be complicit in whatever the hell this is. Now, after this video, I was hooked. I had to find out what other cinematic masterpieces this woman had cursed TikTok's For You page with, and boy howdy, after finding her account, I realized that I had accidentally stumbled on a sewage system of cringe. So first off, I found out that our blonde predator, Natalie Reynolds, is an adult content creator whose TikTok got banned at 5.2 million followers. But she still makes YouTube and TikTok content with her boyfriend, Zachary Hulsman, and with a TikTok/YouTube star named Jack Doherty, and these two goons make high-quality content like this. And no, I don't care if I'm pronouncing their last names correctly because preparing for this video has caused me so much psychological damage that I'm not even sure I'll be able to pronounce my own name correctly. Looking at these guys, I'm actually kind of considering forgiving Natalie because they look so similar to the child she was harassing, it could be that she just thought little Timmy was over 18. I am going to have to censor so much of this video to make sure that it does not get age restricted. Yes, you will! All of the content they make on TikTok and YouTube seems disturbingly catered towards children, with over-the-top acting and really goofy scenarios, but all of them have either subtle or explicit sexual undertones, so it's a little weird. But I'm just gonna be focusing on their TikTok content because it has a particularly strong flavor of degeneracy that I would love to torture you all with today. Sorry, it's got copyrighted music. Look, what are we doing? Oh, we're gyrating on James Charles' face in a nail. So on, so cool. Now, if you'll look carefully in the background of the video, you will see what is called a nail salon, where normal people are doing this thing called working to feed their families, and all of them deserve a raise for being forced to witness whatever the fuck that was. Deeply ironic that it's James Charles getting the director's cut of her web shooter, given that he has a problematic past with minors as well, and he's also gay. Now I'm gonna make this point one time and one time only, and then we're just gonna move on. Just because you make adult content for a living doesn't suddenly give you a free pass to violate the consent of strangers to promote that content. There are plenty of designated spaces where explicit adult activity and watching explicit adult activity is not only allowed but encouraged. A nail salon is not one of those places. Now, I'm not a swerf by any stretch of the imagination, but people who work in that industry should be held to the same standard of basic ethics as everyone else. Violating people's comfort and consent seems to be a core aspect of Nasty Natalie's TikTok presence, however, because this is by far not the only video where she does something in public that I would be put on a registry for doing. Yep, that's right, copyrighted music again. Oh, we're taking down our shorts in front of class. That's a little weird. And oh, now we're shaking our ass in a Lola bunny costume. That's a little weird. There were many times during college where I fantasized about stepping in front of a bus on the way to class. If I saw this before my physics exam, I might have actually done it. Now I'm just trying to imagine what this looks like once the camera is off. Like, does she just like yank her shorts back up, sit back down, and pull her Scantron out like nothing happened? Was this like an extra credit assignment? Because I admit, there were times where I would have done far worse to round up an 89.
Hey Natalie, can you open this for me?
Oh yeah, of course.
Thank you. Oh yeah. Oh, perfect. You want to try? Okay.
Good call, man. You don't know what else she's put up there today, and that bottle might come with a side of hepatitis. I love how this is supposed to be like scandalous and sexy, but the looks on the witnesses' faces range from bored to just downright uncomfortable. Just let these men pick up tomato soup and tampons for their wives and leave them alone, please.
All right, guys. Today we're gonna be making the craziest toilet paper fort. We're just making a toilet paper fort.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, we're just making a toilet paper fort. No, we are though. No, we are though. Like we're actually doing it like right now, kind of. It's crazy. But okay. See you guys. Okay. Yep. Cool. We'll leave. We're okay. You want to stop? And just like that, our toilet paper is designed.
I cannot believe how patient these Walmart employees are. If these turds were mishandling merchandise in Christ Walmart while I was on the job, I would have taken their toilet paper fort prank as an act of war and laid siege until they were forced to resort to cannibalism. This is what I'm talking about with the whole catering to children side of this. These are adults, grown adults, that are making a toilet paper fort, blocking an entire aisle of the store, and then they pout and act as if the minimum wage workers who are just politely trying to do their job are the bad guys, so they can slap some brain-dead title like, OMG, we just got kicked out of Walmart on their video. It's clearly designed for sticky iPad children to click like on the video, but then she throws ass in the beginning, which is just really disturbing. Alright, it's copyrighted music again. Y'all know what time it is. What are we doing now? We are twerking in a Walmart. Very cool. You know, I would make some kind of joke here, but this is actually pretty normal behavior to see at your local Walmart. And we're back again with the copyrighted music. We're stripping at a Home Depot. Hey, can I sneak past you and go to the light section? No, because we're stripping in a Home Depot. Hooray! Well, unfortunately, we are fully stocked on hose in our gardening section, but I will give you a call if that ever changes. Is there anything else I can help you with besides your complete lack of self-respect? Dang, we must really like Home Depot because we're stripping at the Home Depot again. Yep, it's more copyrighted music that I would lose my channel if I put in the video. First off, the fact that I can't even show the bottom half of this video is probably a pretty good indication that it has no place in the door lock section of Home Depot. Grandpa isn't even phased. Are you kidding? He saw way wilder shit in the 70s, so how about you step aside and let that doer get more done? But throwing her clothes off and shaking ass at the checkout line of your local supermarket isn't enough for old nefarious Natalie. She has even more high quality content to share with the internet, like walking up to a man old enough to be her grandfather and asking him to take pictures of her ass.
Could you take pictures of my ass quick?
For what?
My ass.
Picture of your
Yeah.
for?
Just a post. Could you be in the picture?
What even is this video? I sexually harassed an old man in front of his wife and immediately got swerved? Oh, Natalie, come on. This is embarrassing, even for you. His wife ain't even worried about it. She knows she's aging like a fine wine, and you don't trade in a 1945 Chateau Margaux for a $5 barefoot Moscato. But this is far from an isolated incident. Nasty Nat has a whole series of videos where she targets couples in public, hitting on the men aggressively in front of their wives and girlfriends. I guess the point is to make the woman feel like shit about herself because, as we all know, there are not enough influences in society to make women feel insecure about their bodies, am I right? It just comes across as especially gross because she is constantly showered in sexual attention from men. She's an OnlyFans creator. It's literally her job. But she is so desperate for male attention that she goes out onto the streets and demands it from men in committed relationships. Before you get too depressed, though, I am happy to report that almost every time she tries this, she gets horribly roasted.
Kiss or slap?
What?
Kiss or slap?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You kiss or slap me.
I'm not either one.
Why?
My wife.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it okay if he kiss or slaps me?
I don't think he wants to.
No kiss or slap?
We don't know where you've been.
You don't know where I've been?
Mama said, you don't know where that's been. Don't eat that.
He just roasted me.
The cringe. It's so strong. Seriously though, she must have some kind of humiliation kink because I can't imagine why else on God's greasy earth you would post yourself getting humbled so viciously and politely. That man did not stutter. He said, "Be gone," thought. The wife, once again, totally unfazed, just kind of like, I don't think he wants to. Oh my god, what a read. Both of them had such good vibes. I bet they laughed about it on the way home and then had crazy old people sex.
Kiss or slap? You just walked away.
Bro, I can't be doing this.
Why?
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 Take a look around, maybe. Context clues.
What? I don't, what context clues?
Looking every direction but where she's supposed to.
What?
I plead the fifth.
You plead the fifth?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so she doesn't just do this to old people. This couple looks super young, like either still in high school or fresh out of high school. It just really sucks because there's been a recent spike in content directed towards young men that not only tells them that it's okay for them to break the boundaries of their relationships, but actively encouraging them to cheat on their partners. It's a rough time to be a young woman seeking a monogamous relationship, and then you got this OnlyFans chick throwing herself fish end first at your boyfriend when y'all are just trying to have a good time at the mall. If someone were to run up on me like this and shove a camera in my face, it would literally ruin my life. Except of course if you're a Funky Frog fan, then I love meeting you guys in the wild. Please come and say hi. Just don't be surprised if I act strange and awkward, because I am strange and awkward.
Excuse me, sir? Kiss or slap?
Oh, we were just talking about this. Kiss.
Kiss?
Yes.
Not me?
No.
Why?
Because I have her.
You guys are
Am I on
cute.
Instagram or what?
Netflix.
Okay, I'm down.
Let's go. W couple.
Just a king and queen, thriving, in their lane, loyal to each other. I think my cold little heart grew 3 sizes watching this. The secondhand embarrassment of her going like, "Not me," and him being like, "No." Oh, love it. You can tell the reason she makes these videos is to make the wife or girlfriend feel insecure, because even though the girlfriend in that video had 0 reaction whatsoever, the caption for the video is still, The GF's reaction? Like, what reaction are you talking about? The one where the girlfriend was smiling confidently ear to ear because her boyfriend was putting you in your place? There are just so many videos of Nasty Natalie and her prepubescent looking goon squad being degenerates and making it everyone else's problem. Here's a TikTok of her standing in her underwear in the middle of a store and having milk poured all over her. I'm assuming an underpaid employee had to mop it off of the floor and shelves afterwards because, after all, what are we working class underlings here on earth to do besides clean up the messes of TikTok stars? Here's a TikTok of her in her underwear in the middle of a store again, spraying an entire aisle with a white cream of some kind. And no, not the type of white cream she gets sprayed with on a day-to-day basis. Haha. Natalie Reynolds, Zachary Hulsman, and Jack Doherty seem to have one simple formula when it comes to TikTok content. Record yourself harassing normal people in public as they try to just get through their day and paste it all over the internet. They are far from the first content creators to do this. In fact, this particular formula has caused countless influencers to get in serious trouble over the years. The idea behind this content is that the average person is just an NPC or a puppet that can be used in your video for clicks without any regard for their comfort or safety. The scary thing is, even if every single one of these videos is completely faked and scripted, the countless children watching these videos don't know that and will probably try to emulate them. As gross as these people are, there's nothing more that I can say that will make them look worse than their content already does, so I'm not gonna waste my breath. So anyways,
Like,
guys—
kiss or slap.
No,
Kiss or
no,
slap. Like, do you
help,
want to slap
help,
me? Like, or kiss
help,
me? Like, come on.
help.